Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, with special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Solasta, Crown of the Magister, as we embark on one last adventure in the current EA build. As I mentioned last time, I have wrestled our inventory under control, and I have sold off the very meager number of renown items we picked up during our time at the Dark Castle, but it was enough to get us access to some really nice items, so let's have a look at those. First up, we've got Yvreth, who is mostly unchanged, actually. She's got a lot of magic items, but it's all stuff we found while we were adventuring. +1 bow, a stack of +1 arrows, her handy haversack, the bracers of archery, her +1 half-plate, and her +1 ring of protection. Not to mention, of course, that big stack of potions of frost giant strength. Then we've got Henrik, who is, again, mostly unchanged. +1 longsword, +1 shield, handy haversack, ring of protection, and that wand of magic missile. But we also gave him a second +1 shield, since you can't actually share items between weapon sets. It's not ideal because it does double up on the amount of encumbrance used, but it is what it is. And we picked him up a Belt of Dwarven Kind from the Arcanium vendor, which most significantly grants him dark vision, meaning that our entire party now has the ability to see in the dark. It also nets him a +2 constitution, which means more hit points, and less likely to be paralyzed, whilst also apparently granting him this rugged, manly beard, which he clearly did not have the entire time. Next we've got Istvan, who is not actually packing that many magic items. The main new addition here is obviously his Belt of Giant Strength, another purchase from the Arcanium vendor. And my general line of thinking here is that we could have given this to Henrik or to Yvreth, but for them it would have been an incremental increase at best, because they both already have an 18 strength. With Istvan, though, it makes it a whole lot easier for him to get around on the battlefield, because now, even without athletics, he can suddenly leap and climb up to 3 spaces at a time, so he doesn't need to make all of those circuitous detours. Not to mention it lets him hit people a little harder, so I guess there's that too. And then we've got Sir, who finally has a heavy crossbow. Full disclosure, you can't buy them in town, so I basically just went out and wandered around until I got the random encounter with a soldier carrying a heavy crossbow. I knew it was out there because I ran into it during testing, but we had not run into it in the series, so I kind of cheesed that, but I really wanted a heavy crossbow. Aside from that, we've got those 2 magic daggers, the +1 leather armor, a new ring of protection, and a brooch of shielding, both from the Arcanium vendor. The brooch of shielding is interesting because I don't actually know if there are any enemies in the current beta who attack you with magic missiles or force damage, but it was incredibly cheap, 50 gold pieces, so I figured, why not? Better safe than sorry. Alright, let's head out. So we are headed to the Termarian Ruins. Near this ruined Trimmier monastery, inside a Manicalan mausoleum, you found an elf wizard. seemingly kept in a trance ever since the cataclysm. I feel like you may have given a bit too much away there. But this is a beta. We're going to run into some wonkiness on this final mission. It's only a couple of days out, so we should be there pretty quickly. Ah, Caerlem. From our carefree days as first-level adventurers, before we knew about shape-shifting lizard men and apocalypse crowns. No intro, and this is completely unfamiliar territory, so let's proceed with the utmost caution. Looks like we can walk in the river. That's good to know.
Careful, I heard something.
Noted. Not seeing anything, though. Let's see. What does this do? Oh, okay. It created a climbing path down to that water-soaked ledge. Oh, okay. So I guess that's to get out here? But we've got ruins on this side too, so we should obviously start over here before we go leaping across any gorges. I'm not seeing any status markers, so I don't think the water is slowing us down. You would think that would count as hindering or difficult terrain, but maybe not. Or they might just not have that implemented yet. We've got to have enemies around here. This terrain is way too elaborate. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got goblins. We can also hear some sort of flapping off in the fog of war here. Could be more of those flying snakes we ran into back in Caerlem. Or it could be something completely different. Oh, yeah. A large flying snake with terrible poison in its fangs. So essentially, an up-leveled version of the brimstone vipers that we encountered back at Caerlem. I guess that means we should have Yvreth up front. She gains significant bonuses against beasts. We'll have Sir hang back here. We want to keep him hidden as long as possible. My main concern is whether he'll have line of sight from back there. But I guess we'll find out. And we'll put Henrik down here. His job will be to intercept any goblins that get too close. Well, let's get this started. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Sir does not have line of sight to anyone. And we don't get line of sight indicators outside of combat. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, let's just pull him back and we'll have your breath open this for us. These guys are all going to rush us anyway. Well, we missed the opener, but she's still got 2 more shots, so that's actually not that big a deal. A veteran goblin who became a skilled killer. If you say so. Alright, let's take another whack at this guy. Nice. Yeah, that's much better. Well, we definitely want to finish that guy off. Oh yeah, that works. Ah, right. We're packing the wand of lightning bolts these days. So if we want magic missiles, we have to cast them ourselves. Blork, dead. And he's probably fine there. Sir is up, but we still have no line of sight. So he will just cover us. Henrik is up. No reason to squander his stealth just yet, so we'll set him on Overwatch too. Out of axe range. There we go.
Clumsy idiot!
What? I think that goblin just spent its turn mooning us. Which, I guess, is in character.
Curses. My fault.
Nice. Wow, that's 27 damage.
Of course you've been detected.
Alright, alright. Sir's been spotted, that's fine. We haven't seen that second tiger drake yet. There it is. Okay, let's bring Henrik up somewhere. Actually,
You should have yielded.
I am starting to think that wands might be OP in 5th edition. Let's go for the Drake.
You like that?
Wow. That was definitely the right call. She is a brute against beasts. We'll go for the easier target.
What?
Yeah, you're not doing great, sir. But we all have our off days. Ooh. Well, that actually wasn't that bad. She is pretty tanky these days. All right, let's finish this.
Nice move.
It ends. Once I can actually see you. Okay, now it ends.
I trained hard for this.
I was thinking we could just drop him down and stab that thing, but too much vertical movement.
Gotcha.
What were these goblins doing here?
They were probably attracted by something.
Stellar exchange there, guys. Why were these goblins here? They were probably doing goblin stuff.
A real little goblin.
I don't think that last one we dropped a loot bag. And there's the corpse with bolts and axes in its head. Huh, why aren't they... Oh, right, because there's no room up there for them. Oh, we can't just drop down there. But it doesn't look like we can get there from the waterfall path either. I guess we actually have to leap across from the other side. So where are these? Ah, they're both down below. Okay. What does this diving board do? Well, whatever it is, we probably shouldn't stand on it when we activate it. I think I see what it's supposed to do.
Didn't think you could do it.
Huh, okay. Nope, I have no idea what that was supposed to accomplish. The board landed there and then disappeared. Alright, well, we will just continue along this way. Oh, right, and let's get buffs up. Onward, my friends. Ah, and thus we have solved the mystery of what the goblins were doing here. Living, mostly. Though, not so much anymore.
This is where they come from.
Yes, it is true. Goblins do often come from goblin villages. It actually looks really cool for what is essentially just glorified set dressing. We've got a conspicuous dark spot here. Nothing. Probably safe to assume we've got more goblins around here. So let's keep our eyes open. Yep, once again, lying in wait for unwary travelers. And there, in the shadows, a glint of gold. Okay, so if we get up here, I believe we could leap across? No, looks like the rock is actually blocking it. try this instead. There we go. Nothing particularly notable, but we did get a handful of magic arrows, so that's nice. So what else do we have over here? A goblin with quasi-clerical powers. Oh, so a Goblin Shaman. How do we approach this? We could shoot out those boards, send that one falling to the ground, but that's a minor advantage at best. I don't see any practical way for us to get high ground on them either. Oh, let's check this out. Huh. Oh, I see. That's obviously the intended route to get up there. We just kind of bypassed that entirely. Oh, we've got a whole new area over here. Yeah, let's see if we can get on the other side of these guys. Looks like a dried out dockyard. Yeah, practically speaking, I suppose they didn't have that giant gorge cutting right through their town back before the Cataclysm.
Only Solastan building in the neighborhood. That must be it.
Better be sure.
Inspect the structure. Well, we'll hold off on that for a moment. We want to deal with those goblins first. We're definitely hearing some sort of bestial grunting sound just past that structure. A single +1 bolt. Sir will be thrilled. Okay, so that gets us behind the gobos. And yeah, I would say that's a pretty clear sign that the gorge was added sometime in the past millennia.
Something, isn't it?
I don't think we'll bother with the graves. I'm pretty sure that's just Easter eggs. But I will, I'll check them out between episodes just in case. I feel like they might need to balance out the magic ammo distribution, because we're getting a lot of magic arrows and, like, no magic bolts. So now we're on this side, but I'm not sure that really gives us an advantage. Let's see if we can get up here without being spotted. No. No, we can't climb that high. Okay, let's just set up over here. I don't want to agonize on this too long. In fact, as usual, we'll just park Henrik out front to intercept anyone who gets too close. All right, let's do this. Solid hit. Still in stealth, too. I guess he can hold ground there. I don't think they're going to rush us. Well, that is not what I was going for. But, sure.
No!
Let's see if we can finish that guy off. Well, we hit. Just didn't get the job done. Your breath can finish him off easy enough. Prep for incoming. Nice hit. Nice dodge. Let's drop the shaman.
Good.
And Istvan gets another shot.
Victory is mine.
That'll do it. Can we use Sacred Flame to knock down those boards? No, we'll hold. Wow, you guys are Not having much luck there.
Damn it.
Ooh, fall back and reconceal. Fantastic. Your breath is really coming along. Should have gone full bore on the guy up top. That's fine. That's why Henrik has a wand. We'll have to step out. Line of sight is a fickle mistress.
Keep them coming.
Inappropriate. Oh, my. I was not expecting that. Oh, I see. They do an extra d6 damage against wounded creatures. I guess they really are skilled killers. Or rather, they were.
Ah! Yeah!
No, axe is my only weakness.
No quarter given.
Yeah, let's play it safe here. We'll go for the auto hits. Never mind.
Lucky? Perhaps.
Hey, still worked out. For us, not him. Two left. And as we just discovered, this one is a lot more dangerous than he looks.
You cannot defeat me.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Henrik. Ow.
wrong there?
I think that actually worked out pretty heavily in our favor, but Sir is a perfectionist. Alright, let's finish this one off.
You'll die anyway.
He wasn't wrong. That just leaves the shaman, but he is in an awkward spot. We'll start moving to flank. I'd rather stand here, but we're getting some weird feedback, so we'll go there instead. We'll try to not get our guys stuck in terrain.
That's on me.
And we're done. But, just in case.
You lose.
Nicely done. Though, we did take a bit of a beating there, which I was not expecting against a group of goblins. Interesting. So if this were the full campaign, we would have just found a slow but renewable source of Manicolin orchids and moonflowers.
That's impressive.
Let's not forget that one across the gap, too.
What a fantastic leap.
Wasn't bad. +1 shield. Makes me feel a bit silly for picking up that backup for Henrik. But that's just how adventuring goes. You never know what you're going to find in the next cache. Life is like a loot cache. You never know what you're going to get.
Well done.
I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Did we already grab this? We did not. And there's that grunting. More of a snorting, really, like a horse. Primed greatsword. And a Termarian Mastersmith's Memoirs. A leather-bound book, handwritten in the Termarian language. Recipe for a Doomblade greatsword. And a recipe for a Lightbringer greatsword. And a recipe for a greatsword of acuteness. Wow. And here we are with no one who actually uses greatswords. Fantastic. I think we can already craft that one, so we'll just save that recipe. Requires Stardust, which we do not have. And Oil of Acuteness, which we do have. And we do already have that recipe. So we can just resell this. Memories of the War Foundry, Entry 23. I must confess, the wonders of Solasta's enchanters are awe-inspiring. Thanks to Laren, my new friend at the War Foundry, I've learned how to prime weapons for enchantment. Of course, only Laren has the magical knowledge to complete the miracle. Aaron, pardon me for this word, but what this elvish magic can accomplish is simply godlike. Alas, our troops are massing to besiege the rift and stop the enemy once and for all. I am ready for my first magical weapon, a gift for my lady Karen. She is already a formidable fighter, but with the blade Laren will enchant, she will be even more so. I have collected various enchantments, and I am not yet sure which one will please her most. Ah, okay. That's a nice little explanation for why we found a big cluster of similar recipes. I like that. I like there to be narrative reasons for seemingly random things. It's like fitting a puzzle piece in place. Ah. Well, unless my eyes have failed me, that is a Minotaur. A fearsome foe to be sure, but with the advantage of surprise, we should be able to nuke this guy pretty effectively. Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Perhaps if you try to be loud instead?
Henrik, would you mind prepping for incoming, just in case? And, thankfully, unnecessary. Nicely done. Imperial Mage Report. A beautiful, illuminated manuscript. Not much of note, but let's have a look at this. I, Brandel Sharpleaf, being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath the entirety of my worldly possessions to Lady Illyria Greenblade, if death should find me during the upcoming battles against the human invaders. To my wife and children, I... The rest of the letter is missing. That actually sounds really familiar. We may have encountered that before, I think in the original prototype demo. Different location, though. I wonder if that original prototype dungeon is still going to be in the game, or if it was just like a mock-up made specifically for the Kickstarter. Okay. I don't think we saw any other paths, so it seems pretty clear we're supposed to find our way into the mausoleum. As the mysterious narrator indicated, we're apparently supposed to encounter some sort of elven wizard inside. Alright, well, we are past time, so this seems like a good break point, but let's go ahead and grab a short rest first. Oh, just realized I forgot to click Arcane Recovery, but that's fine. I'll take care of that off screen. But, yeah, I think this is a good place to hit the pause button. I feel like we have done a pretty good job of clearing the surface, so our next step is obviously to, once again, descend into the depths of the earth and investigate these Termarian ruins, which we'll get to next time. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Solasta, Crown of the Magister, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.
Better be sure.